Vanakkam. We are thankful to have Congresswoman Mrs. Ann Wagner, U.S. House of Representatives from Missouri's 2nd District with us today. Thank you, Madam, for joining us. With heavy hearts and tearful eyes, we have all gathered here to mourn and condemn the killing of innocent Indian citizens, the brutal attack against the peaceful protesters, the willful and deliberate violation of human rights of the people of Thoothukudi that continues till now since Tuesday, the 22nd of May 2018. Nevertheless, our resolve to keep protesting until the permanent closure of Sterlite remains unfettered. We are aware that the people of Thoothukudi have been protesting against Sterlite Industries, a large metals and mining conglomerate and a subsidiary of Vedanta Resources, since its inception in 1997. The smelter has been responsible for contaminating the groundwater, soil, and air with effluents including lead, arsenic, and aluminium. Gas leaks from the smelter has caused people to be affected severely with respiratory issues, and the carcinogenic contamination of water, soil, and air has contributed to a rise in the number of people affected by cancer over the years. The allegations have been supported with evidence by the National Environment Engineering and Research Institute and the Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board. In spite of the Pollution Control Board ordering the closure of the smelter several times over the years, the Indian government has failed its people who live in Thoothukudi by protecting and allowing the continued operation of Sterlite. The situation has worsened now, where the government has stooped down to the lowest possible level, orchestrating the violation of human rights and massacring people to quash all protests and cries against the company. While the smelter has consistently violated standards of operation, it began expansion efforts to double its production by following scandalous and unethical methods to obtain clearance for the expansion. This reignited protests in a larger scale, where citizens, men, women, the elderly, and kids came down to the streets 100 days ago and have been relentlessly demanding the permanent closure of Sterlite in a non-violent and peaceful manner. On Tuesday, the 22nd of May 2018, also the 100th day of the recent protests, we have witnessed a state-sponsored massacre for the benefit of Vedanta Resources. Media reports present a count of 20,000 protesters, while ground reports say there were close to 100,000 protesting citizens gathered who began a march as previously announced toward the district collector's office. Police hindered the progress of the rally with barricades as the rally approached the collector's office, causing unrest among protesters. Police opened lathi charge, followed by the use of live ammunition and snipers aiming at protesters who had played vital roles in coordinating and organizing the protests. While there were protocols to follow if the police had to open fire in an unavoidable situation like that, there was neither any valid reason to do so on May 22nd, nor were the protocols followed. Instead, murders were executed by the police as if pre-planned. Media reports at least 13 deaths, while ground reports of death counts crossing 25 look extremely disturbing. Of the 13 killed, there were children who were 17 and 11 years old. The state and police have been trying to paint the innocent locals as extremists, and most of the media comfortably plays along with the lies. At this moment, we would like to thank honest TV channels reporting facts and questioning the unacceptable behavior of the police and the government that sits back and lets this happen. The current state of affairs has deteriorated so much so that electricity and internet has been cut in 3 districts, including Thoothukudi. Houses are being broken into and men and male children are being dragged out of houses, with families waiting desperately, not knowing what to do. People who have been taken away by the police so far have not returned home to their families. All this turmoil and torture after 100 days of continued peaceful protests, decades of suffering of innocent citizens who have been exposed to toxins, only shows the government is hand in hand with the culprits. The decision makers and authorities seem to value the bribes strewn over by the rich conglomerate rather than the lives of the citizens of the country. We are seeking the help of all fellow human beings to spread the truth and join hands with us in seeking justice for the people of Thoothukudi. Please help us stop the torture and massacre. The continued operation of Sterlite copper smelting plant in Thoothukudi is not only a threat to human life, but to the environment as well. Please help us shut it down permanently. Thank you.